Oh, this is gonna be a real clunker to start with. Uh-oh. Hang on. I haven't streamed in like a month. I need to figure this out again. Every time I stream and I'm done with it, it's like I go out on a hiatus. So, all right. This has been a while, and it's I don't know. I haven't really had. Wait, why can't I zoom in? Okay, I haven't really had the motivation to stream as of late, so I don't know. I just decided to start doing it, I guess, mainly because if I don't do it now, it's not going to be done ever. That's generally my problem. Now, the problem is I have BGB open to play Pokemon, but the problem is it's paused, and the moment I unpause it, we're going to have Pikachu yelling in our ears, and no one likes that. Are you ready? Are you ready? I'm not ready. Oh my god. Also, I don't know about this setup. I have a compressor on, and we'll see how it goes. I don't want everything super compressed, so it's like, you know, a distant lip smack becomes really loud and stuff like that, but I do have a limiter on that should keep things relatively smooth. Like, you know, if I were to snap my finger right now, which I won't do because I don't want to murder your ears, it should be fine. Actually, that's like the thing I will always make sure in the future is have a compressor, because the version of OBS I used to use, because I didn't update OBS for a really long time, didn't have a compressor. In fact, it had no effects. It had an effects tab, but there were no effects to be found. All right, this is gonna get loud. I lowered the. I actually usually when I before I used to stream with. Oh god, it's really loud in my ear. How loud is this? Like, Jesus Christ. That actually scared me. I can't really lower the volume either. My monitor volume kind of sucks, but, you know, that's how it is. Hang on, I gotta do the classic thing. You know, this was a very bad idea. This is such a garbage stream already. I can't hear myself. I have my headset on. Oh god, this is such a nightmare. This is the worst, actually, because right now, actually, let's just make it to the menu. Let's just get past everything. How does this sound? Let's make it to the menu. Let's just get past. Such a garbage stream already. Oh, it sounds fine. I think I lowered it way too much. Hang on. It was fine over here, right? Like, if it's bad, just let me know. This, judging from my mixer, this seems like actually okay. So why not? Oopsie. Well, I just played for a bit just to experiment with the audio. So what did we do last time? It's been like a month, so I don't know what we've been doing. How do I God, I'm trying to figure out everything at once. How about we do this with that? Where do I put this? I just want the... Oh! I'm sorry. What about here? How do I do this? I guess this is fine. So we have a bunch of Pokemon here and I don't know who they are. This is Charmeleon, right? Yeah, okay. I remember Norse. That's a dragon in my D&D campaign. What about Monday? I remember you. You were horrible. You killed people. Oh no! I didn't mean to do that. Oh no! Wait, where did I go last? Oh, okay. That's okay. We're fine. Okay. if we had teleported to like a completely different city, I would have completely lost it. Like that would have been like, oh, well, that's pretty good. How does this sound like now? Like, oh, well, that's pretty good. This is Charmeleon, right? Yeah, okay. I remember Norse. That's a dragon in my D&D campaign. What about Monday? I remember. Yeah, so it seems fine. If I just lower it by like 1. 1 decibel. Okay, there we go. That took forever. Oh my god. Alright, so I don't remember. We have Mizutama, like water droplet, I guess. Oh, I remember this. I got a Vaporeon because I was like, oh, I wanted a Poliwhirl for the longest time. For some reason, I really wanted a Poliwhirl. I was dead set on getting one, and turns out I never did get one because now I have an actual water type. Wait, I just want to. Who's Cutmaster? It's an Oddish. Don't we already have an Oddish? Yeah, this is an Oddish. Oh, it's a Valplume. Oh my god, I guess we all like evolved. That's the lesson to. Oh, we still have you though. So I guess right now we've gotten the Eevee here, and we've gone through the department store for the only stuff that matters. There's a bunch of TMs you can get there, but I don't know which any of them are, because the only way you find out what a TM is by buying it, which, thinking about that, that's kind of like scam-ish, isn't it? Like, you only know what this item is until you buy it. It's like a loot box. It's topical. Sleepy Pokemon blocks the way. Yeah, we can't deal with Snorlax yet. Spoilers. Oh, we can go through here. We have Cut. Isn't this where you can trade like a Dodrio or something? I remember I used to have a Dodrio in Pokemon Red. It was like, it was angry at everything and it just pecked everyone's eyes out. And I really liked it. That and a Dugong, which was a really weird Pokemon to use. Again, when I started this playthrough, I was like, I'm gonna use Pokemon I haven't used before, and I'm using everything I've already used before, except I guess Valplume, which I've never used before. I don't know why I got into this fight. I'm so broke that I can't afford potions, so I don't know why I'm getting into fights with like rats and stuff. I feel like this wasn't a very... This was not an economical decision. Or this was not economically viable, I guess. Wait, hang on. How'd you get in? Good effort. What is this? Are we sneaking in on the premises? Yeah, that's weird. Yeah, that's the bicycle road. We actually do have a bicycle, so we could theoretically go through it. Do we have a town map? No, we don't. Oh god, we have a very minimal inventory, don't we? So, you go down this bicycle road and you go to Fuchsia City, but we don't really need to do that. I want to defeat the grass person. I really hate that because grass in Swedish means like weed, so we gotta defeat the weed gym leader, I guess. Oh, you found my secret retreat. Please don't tell anyone I'm here. I'll make it up to you with this. And oh, that's Fly, isn't it? That has to be Fly. Firo. Oh, here's a town map. Okay. Just need to reorient myself. So yeah, you go down. Oh god, I forgot how bad the town maps used to be. You have to cycle through all of this stuff. Yeah, that's Route 17. It goes down there. And then you're in Fuchsia City. And yeah, that's pretty cool. You know, there's like every Pokemon region up until Kalos was based on a region of Japan. Kanto's based on Kanto, which is like the valley area where Tokyo is, and Yokohama. And then you have Kyoto, which is based on Kansai, which is like Kyoto, Nara, and I think Nagoya as well. And then you have Sinnoh, which is, now we're going out of order actually, Hoenn, which is, Kyushu, I think? Yeah, Kyushu. 9 provinces or whatever, and that, you know, if you just flip Hoenn, it's Kyushu. And then you have, what's it called? Sinnoh? Yeah, Sinnoh. I just said Sinnoh, what the hell? Oh yeah, we could deal with Team Rocket here. We can do that later though. We gotta beat someone up over here. We gotta shank them. What happens if you shank a gym leader and just steal their badge? I feel like someone's done that before in like the Pokemon canon. Like he never won a single battle, but he got all the gym badges, and they were like, "Why don't you go to the Pokemon League?" And he's like, actually," and then you know it turns out he only has like a Sandshrew or something. I feel like that's something that's happened. Oh god, I remember this guy. Hey, this gym is great. It's full of women. Oh god. I love this sprite. It's so unassuming. Celadon City, Pokemon Gym Leader, Erica, the nature-loving princess. So, this is gonna be perfect for everyone except Mizutama. Because we have all these Pokemon that could probably deal with grass types. I mean, we have Mendes that resists it, and also has actually only one poison attack, even though we're probably gonna go up against another Mendes. And yeah, this actually, I take it back. We might not be properly equipped, but then again, we have a Vaporeon with Ice Beam, so put you in the front. Norse, you go there, and we'll see what happens. You know, might as well give it a shot. Now I'm just gonna listen to myself one more time. This is like a ritual at this point. I have to keep doing it. Might as well give it a shot. Now I'm just gonna listen to myself one more time. Wow, it actually sounds good. Alright, that's enough checking for now. Czechoslovakia. Celadon City, Pokemon Gym Leader, Erica. Winning trainers, John. God damn it, he's always above us or ahead of us. Wasn't gonna swear. Hey, you are not allowed in here. Why? Why am I not allowed in here? That's so weird. Like, this is a gym. I'm supposed to go in here and like win. I don't get that. Is that like a? Is it just? I don't get it. So oh god, Bellsprout. Just, you know, the best Pokemon ever is Bellsprout in the Pokemon anime, because it shows up and it's like, oh, it's just, you know, it's just oh god, we're gonna run out of ice beams, aren't we? It just shows up and just beats up everyone. It's like a martial expert, and I'm not sure what the point of that scene was, because, you know, in the anime, in the games, that would never happen. I guess the thing is, oh, don't assume based on appearance, I guess. I was never a fan of how the anime took a lot of creative liberties, would be one way to put it, with I was getting bored. It's a great comment. I never really liked how the anime took so many creative liberties with just like, I don't know, this can do this and that can do that, and it's like, I don't know. I like the manga more, because in the manga, Pokemon die, kind of. I just feel like the manga, which I've read, I read the entire red chapter and I read half of the yellow one. I feel like those, they take creative liberties in a way that feels like, yeah, it's still based on the same thing. Does anyone else feel that? I mean, a lot of people prefer the manga, but, you know, people still watch the anime. Like, it's still popular. I just feel like, you know, the big reason I watched the anime was honestly Brock. He was my favorite character, and then he disappeared in the black and white thing. That was kind of demoralizing, because it's like, well, there goes the character that's like always there. Oh, Jesus Christ. We don't have... Uh-oh. Okay, we're gonna have to go back. You know what? We're probably gonna get more use out of Vaporeon later, when we actually get to the boss fight. So we're just gonna take... Oh god! Okay, close your eyes if you're epileptic, I guess. God, that's awful. Did they keep doing that in other games? Because I always have like an antidote on me and I always use it, so I don't really think too much about it. You can barely even hear the music because it uses up an entire sound channel just to produce that irritating noise. Oh god. Gotta make it. I mean, we only take like, what, is it 1 hit point? How does toxic, like how does badly poison differ from regular poison in terms of field effect? Because I know in game it's like, oh, if you get badly poisoned, you take more damage per turn and it adds up. And eventually you just, it's like, it just gets, the amount of poison damage you take just gets bigger and bigger, but that doesn't apply to the field, right? When you're walking around with your Pokemon and one of them's badly poisoned, does that just not, does that even translate to the field? I guess maybe it doesn't, I don't know. I don't know why I went into my Pokemon. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna ride one of you, but that didn't really work. That was a really cool thing about Sun and Moon, is that the Pokemon are like a bigger part of the above, like the overworld, I guess, because in Pokemon X and Y, Pokemon are still like chibi, and I really liked in Sun and Moon how you can like actually ride on Pokemon, and it's cool, but I don't know, I wasn't really into Sun and Moon. Oh god, look at my grass Pokemon. They're so easy to raise. Isn't that what they say about every type? Has anyone ever said that about any type that isn't dragon? Like, think about it like this. Bug trainers, oh, they're really easy to raise. Grass types, oh, they're really easy to raise. What about fire types? What about water types? Actually, I don't think anyone says that. I think it's just for grass and bug, I guess. Oh my god, I remember this. I remember one of my thumbnails for a previous stream was just like rap. Come on. It's not that hard. You know, I was actually thinking about something recently. Should I do some sort of stream highlights? Because I feel like in one way, yeah, it's kind of self-indulgent to be like, yeah, these are my favorite moments. But at the same time, I don't know. Like, these streams are really long and I want to do like a condensed, here's what the streams are kind of like, if you want an idea, and then just put together moments and things I talk about. I like when I have like what's it called when you're like about to say something, you end up saying something else. I was gonna say stuff and then it became things. So it was like things. The last stream I did was Vacant Kingdom, the demo prologue for Vacant Kingdom, and that was an interesting stream. I think it was the first time I streamed where I was like, huh, everything actually works now, because the previous headset was always a nightmare to use. And I'm just really happy that this microphone works. Hopefully. Maybe it makes a few weird noises if I come into contact with the cable. I noticed that happens. And the thing is, I've never heard that. I use my microphone to record music as well. And I've never had that problem, except with OBS, so maybe it's an OBS thing, I don't know. Maybe I have to use another cable. Because I have two XLR cables. Or XLR cable, what are they called? Yeah, XLR, that's the thing. Now we're talking about audio. Oh wait, this is Erica, isn't it? Hello, lovely weather, isn't it? Well, I can't tell. It's so pleasant. Oh dear, I must have dozed off. Welcome, my name is Erica. I am the leader of Celadon Gym. I teach the art of flower arranging. My Pokemon are of the grass type. Oh, I'm sorry, I had no idea that you wished to challenge me. Very well, I shall not lose. I think it's in the manga, Erica's like she's kind of sketchy or something. But we gotta steal her gym badge. That would be like a devilish strategy though, like just find the gym leader in their downtime and just steal the badge. And no one would know. How many badges are produced? Is there like a badge factory? Like we already saw the Pokeball factory in X and Y. Where's the Pokemon badge company? I wonder how many like a region's resources go to you know, I just realized, is there a Pokemon government? Okay, so this is a really stupid thing to say. So I realized that looking into game lore too much is like self-defeating, like you're not gonna get anywhere. I love Tangela, by the way. Tangela is really fun. But like you always see like Pokemon cities and all this stuff. I can't help but feel, where is the government? Like where's the Pokemon government? I don't know where I'm going with this. This is such a bad conversation. We gotta switch this. I don't know. I love when game franchises flesh out stuff like that, but I feel like Pokemon like fleshes it out with like mythology, but then you're like, wait, why does this town exist? And is this like a country? Is every region like its own country? So I think about stuff like that because you look into the lore of X and Y and you see, oh, the war or whatever. Like there was this medieval war or something. It's based on like France, you know. And it's just really weird to me when it's like that. We're gonna switch to Mizutama because She has like this amazing ice beam attack that will... Oh, okay. No! Stop. Stop. Oh my god. Stop with this. I just want to do one attack. Oh god, why did that do so much damage? No. You know, maybe I should have brought items because, you know, I said, oh, very minimal items I have here. And then it's like, yeah, I don't have any. For a status effect. Oh god, that 1 HP that we didn't get back. Well, can we just get one ice? Oh, ooh, god. Yeah. So, one thing about this game is that, I think I talked about it, is that when you go to sleep, you don't get to attack on the turn you wake up. Oh, that's good. Very good, yes. Very good. Excellent. I love it. I love it. I just had to post my annoying stream again. And now, we'll see. How do we do this? Whoops, sorry. How do we go about this? Well, we have Pinky. I don't know. When in doubt, use Jigglypuff, I guess. Oh, how does he have Tri-Attack? Can you... I'm so confused. Okay, I'm gonna use Tri-Attack. See, I haven't played this game in like over a month. Like, I'm so confused by some of these attacks. I guess I have Tri-Attack. No! This is too much power. I remember I was playing Civilization 4. Normally when I play Civilization, I don't attack people. I usually just sit and wait to win. Not the most exciting way to play Civilization, but I find fun elsewhere. But recently I started using nukes more, and I realized, wow, it's really fun not being part of a war and just firing off a nuke at an enemy city. Just that's the best way to initiate a war, in my opinion. And I remember in Civ 4, someone declared a war on me, but they're on the other side of the continent, and he's fighting like 3 other people, so I don't have to worry about it. And I was like, I don't know, here have a nuke. just like, don't worry about me. Here's a nuke. This should make these people's job a little bit easier. We need to heal you. Yeah, this did not go well. I have 2 more Pokemon though. What do you mean thrashing about? Oh wait, it used Petal Dance. I was like, wait, it knows Thrash, and then I realized they both have the same message. Gloom. Gloomy Gloom. That's a fun name. Gloom. So I was talking to a friend today, and I came to the conclusion that the most famous the most famous Finnish song that's ever existed is Jevan Polka. That actually depresses me. That my Finnish settler ancestors are looking down in shame. That and Hard Rock Hallelujah, which won Eurovision. Or no, it didn't win Eurovision. It won the Melody Festival in my country in like 2005. God, that was a narrow win. Oh, I can see defeat. You are remarkably strong. I must confer you the rainbow badge. Okay, oh, it makes sense. You know, the rain and the grass. It makes sense. To use strength in and out of battle. That will help us. Please also take this with you. TM21. That's probably Petal Dance. Oh, it's Mega Drain. That's gonna be really useful because we have a Pokemon now. That. What do you have? Do you have Mega Drain? You have Absorb. Well, we're getting rid of Absorb and we're replacing it with Mega Drain. Maybe, I don't remember. I don't think Mendes will learn it on its own. Or it's just not gonna matter. I don't have any other Pokemon that would be able to learn it. Yeah, we're getting rid of Absorb. I remember, I think I already told this story about, as a kid, I used to think that Absorb was a bad move because, well, all those bubbles, they're going towards me. I'm attacking myself, and I never looked at the HP, I guess. That really confuses me in retrospect. Like, how would I go about that? So, Alright, now we have the rainbow badge, which lets us use strength. But now I wonder, where do we go now? Because we have 4 badges. We could go to Fuchsia, which is down south, the poison gym. Or we could go to Saffron now that we have a drink, so we can get to the guards. Actually, that's the thing about this game that probably confused a lot of kids. There's these guards you can't go past that lead to the inner city of Saffron because, I don't know, they're thirsty, so you have to go and get water for them. And now that we have water, we can get in. And I think it's there you get a fighting Pokemon. I wonder if we could get any use out of that, because I've never used any of the Hitmons. Right now our team is fire, water with ice, eventually flying, I guess. Normal, all around, status stealer with grass and poison, and electric. The type that would screw us up would be maybe rock, but at the same time we already have 2 Pokemon to deal with that. Having water, grass, and fire, you know, that's a very good combination, because they sort of deal with each other's weaknesses. And we already have like a Dragon Killer, I guess. Trust me, you need one in this game. You'll see it soon if you've never seen this game before somehow. Now, there's also all kinds of stuff we can do now, because we can sort of like deal with story stuff, or we just keep knocking down gyms, or we go to the Safari Zone and try to find a new Pokemon. I wanted a ground type, I think, for a while, right? Because then we could deal with electric types. And another way to deal with fire types. But I don't know, I don't really like the... Wait, where are we supposed to get a Cubone? Because that will be a while. But our best bet would be to deal with Team Rocket, because then we could get the Sylph Scope. Then we could go to the Lavender Tower. So we could just, like, say, screw the gym leaders. Let's go for Team Rocket. This game's kind of open-ended in that way, but in a way it's kind of confusing. I guess I don't mind the linearity of later games. And I don't think... Actually, I want to go back really quick. This is really annoying. I gotta go back and check my PC and see what I have, because I'm not sure what Pokemon I have. It's hard to remember this stuff. I might have to rewatch an old stream after I'm done, just to make sure what I have. No, these all... No, I don't want to do that. Never liked accessing the PC. Wait, I can't... No, wait, I wanna... Oh. Oh, okay. Oh, we had, Nidoqueen. And then Shikromd. I don't know who that is. I think it's in this... Hang on, isn't it in the department store in this game? There's like just an invisible PC for no reason. I need to check about that, because well, I mean, this is yellow. They probably removed it. Isn't it like right here? Or something weird. God, these games have incredible programming. Then again, Game Freakers are like that. They get used to the console they're developing for, and they make up for the lack of visual stimuli, I guess, with, or, you know, bugs with the fact that it's Pokemon, I guess. I don't know where I was going with that. Wait, whoa! Wait, hang on, where am I now? I'm so confused. I'm on a vacation with my brother and boyfriend. Celadon is such a pretty city. I'm so confused. Where am I? My sis brought me on this vacation. Oh, there he is. Pokemon? No, this is a hotel for people. We're full up. Why does it look like a baby or a monk? Why did she bring her brother? So that was like a whole lot of nothing, I guess. Oh, random Team Rocket. Chief, we just shipped 2,000 Pokemon as slot prices. Uh-oh. Don't touch the poster at the game corner. There's no secret switch behind it. Yeah, that's a good way of telling someone, don't do that. You gotta learn reverse psychology. Oh, hey, this is like the first bar, I guess, in Pokemon history. Munch. The man at that table lost it all at the slots. Psst. There's a basement under the game corner. Go ahead, laugh. I'm flat out busted. No more slots for me. I'm going straight. Here, I won't be needing this anymore. Oh, okay, we can use that for gambling. I don't know if I want to gamble. I mean, I kind of want to show off everything in this game, just as a way of saying, hey, I've done everything, but... You know what, let's go and gamble. Why not? Let's play into the system that's oppressing Pokemon worldwide. Who's this? Welcome to the Rocket Game Corner. Do you need some game coins? It's $1,000 for... Oh god, can we afford this? Let's do it. Oh, this is getting illegal now. We're just... Not this... This is as good as it gets. We're gonna win eventually. I know this. See, we're winning. Oh, we did win. We got 15 coins. We're just gonna keep going. No. Eventually we're gonna get it. No. 1, 2, 3. I remember one time my dad and we went and visited this childhood like friend's dad or whatever, because they used to be neighbors or stuff. I don't know, it's weird, but we were there like I don't know why, but I brought my Game Boy Advance with me and I was playing Pokemon Emerald and I was in the game corner. So whenever I go to the game corner in that game, I'm like, I just remember this one dinner I had like years ago, like 10 years ago. Over 10 years ago. God, it was 12 years ago probably. I just want to get rid of all this money. I don't want any of it. I just want to go broke. I don't need any of this. This is a very punishing... Oh my god, I nearly got Meowth. I feel like... I really feel like I should have used weirder Pokemon in this stream series. Because I feel like too much of the time I was like, oh, I'll just use this. I don't know, I'm pretty happy. I guess just looking through my party now, I'm like, yeah, I haven't used Jigglypuff. I haven't used... Vileplume before. I've used Vaporeon, I've used Charmeleon kind of, and Pikachu I'm kind of stuck with. So I guess the remaining Pokemon is still undecided, but we'll see what it becomes. I'm guarding this Porster. Go away or else. And then he just starts fighting us like there's nothing weird here at all, but I'm gonna start fighting you for no reason. Trust me, there's no reason. I was thinking, you know, if I ever do a stream schedule, which will probably not happen anytime soon, I was thinking of doing like short game something and then long game something. So basically what it is that one day I stream like an RPG like this or a longer game, and then on another day I stream a shorter game like an indie game or, you know, like Rayman, something short but manageable. And I thought, you know, having one day for that and another day for the other would be pretty cool. The main issue with that though is that I would have 2 days in my week to stream, which is kind of problematic. But I don't know. Maybe I could try something like that. See how long it lasts. Because right now it's Tuesday, which is okay for me. I was thinking maybe Wednesdays for something like that. And I don't know, maybe Thursdays? I know Thursdays are generally pretty good with people. Dang! Plus Saturdays are also okay. Our hideout might be discovered. I better tell boss. Now this game really plays with your imagination because it's like, oh, we're infiltrating something we shouldn't see. Now, there's only one problem. It's basically a dungeon, and we don't have any healing items that deal with status ailments. I just remembered. So, I don't know what happened there, by the way. There was like a visual glitch. Those happen a lot in this game, and especially on emulators. I'm thinking, why don't we go and just stock up on like 5 million gazillion antidotes. I like antidotes. I like not dying, so that would be good. Oh, you sell TMs. I don't need that. I always really love Pokemon Emerald. I know a lot of people are like... Okay. I know a lot of people are like mixed on Hoenn. But for me personally, it's like... It's very... For me, Emerald is a very important game. This was my first Pokemon game I actually owned. Like, I had Red, but it was my brother's copy. And, you know, when you're a little brother, you just delete saves. At least that's what I did. That was not weird, right? I mean, it was weird, let's be honest. I've never used an X item before. I don't think... Have I? I mean, if I have a spare one in my inventory, I might use it, but... Like, I'm not crazy about using it. Drugstore. Yeah, but there's no drugs here. There's only, like, Corbos. Evolution Special. Yeah, that's one thing I love about this game, is that you could just get a stone. It's just money, that's the problem. TV game shop. Oh, I love this. Red and blue, both are Pokemon.
Come on, Graveler. I love Graveler. I collect them all. Oh, Graveler.
Oh, yeah, okay. Very interesting. A sports game. Dad like that. It's like my dad, he plays like Tiger Woods PGA Tour. Top grade items for trainers. Yeah, this is where you should be having, like, that, right? You have it? Oh, okay, here we go. 4 antidotes, no burn. You never need burn heals in this game. Awakeness, I'll get 3. And then we'll get 4 paralysis heal. And then I'll go back to the Pokemon Center, and I'll just deposit the coin case because we're never using that again. I mean, you could gamble until you get like a Porygon, but I don't know. I've never used a Porygon, so that, I mean, that would be a cool challenge, but God, I don't want to go through the trouble of just sitting there hoping that I win something. I remember in Pokemon Platinum, this was a painful thing, by the way. I can't believe I'm finally shedding the skin, shedding light on this horrible, horrible event in my life. So in Pokemon Platinum, in Sinnoh, there's another game corner, and you can gamble, and it's cool, and you can get items. And there's some really good items, if I recall correctly, and I really wanted this TM for something. But there was one problem with that. One big problem. And that was that in Platinum, in the European release, there is no gambling. You can only go to the game corner, check every machine, get some money out of it, but you can't play them. And that only works for 1 day. So you can check them all for 1 day, and then you go back there the next day, and it's awful. I think I did that for like a week, just to get something. Not worth it. I mean, you can buy tokens, I think. That was the only other way. But you can't use the tokens for anything other than getting items. So, it was awful. It was really awful. I don't think Diamond and Pearl excluded those in the European release. I just think it was Platinum because of legal related stuff. And now I forgot about depositing items. But yeah, that was not fun. I think the reason I love Emerald so much is that base Ruby and Sapphire feels incomplete in some way. Like, coming off of the previous game, the high of Crystal, the highs of Crystal were not met in Ruby and Sapphire. Ruby and Sapphire has a lot of great stuff in it, but I don't really like how when you're done with the game, you're just done with it. And you know, it's fine. The game doesn't. You don't need. You know, if the base game is good, you don't need like this mind-blowing meta game. Like, people go crazy over Kanto. Oh, spoiler alert! In Crystal, you go to Kanto. And it's cool, but it's kind of incomplete. In Heart Gold and Soul Silver, it's way more realized. And I like that a bit more. But there is one thing about Emerald I love, and that's the Battle Frontier. And the Battle Frontier, it's kind of broken, to be honest, but it's just the kind of stuff you can do there is pretty nuts. And I like that. I don't know. And then I just like the build up to the Battle Frontier. There's just this guy following around. He's like, yeah, you're a pretty good trainer. I don't know. That game, Emerald had so much more personality than Ruby and Sapphire. Like, the animations they had were really good. Even though it was often like a sprite squishing and squashing. You broke into our operation. Also, welcome to say goodbye to your eyes, I guess, because now there's checkered floors everywhere. Hope you enjoy those. Ratikate. I actually forgot which Pokemon I should level up. I guess we could switch out Norsay later. God. My dog does this thing, he sounds like he's like coughing. It's like, bruh. Team Rocket. Is this some guy named Tim Rocket? This is the kind of stupid stuff I think about. Eradicate. Eradicate. Yeah, we gotta eradicate them all. There's a rat infestation. That's a nightmare I have. Like the moment, like, there's scrap on the floor, there's gonna be cockroaches there if you live in like America, and that's like, ugh. It's a good thing I don't live in America, I guess, or North America. Guys, we're North America. I've been listening to a lot of LCD Sound System recently. I really like them. I feel like they clicked with me a lot more when I realized, hey, their albums are actually pretty good. Because I would listen to random songs for different albums, and then it would be followed up with a song I didn't like, and I'd be like, I don't know, I like these songs way more. And then it's like, well, when you listen to the album, it makes perfect sense why they sound like that. This is like stress music. But it's like, you know, it's like we're deep in shit now, boys. I don't know why I keep like lowering my voice like that. It's not dramatic at all. It's the antithesis to being dramatic. Escape rope, yeah, that's pretty good. Because then we can get out of this place and save our eyes.
You're not going to get away with this, brat.
You say while standing doing nothing instead of telling your employees and co-workers that, you know, this is happening. So we gotta be honest with ourselves. This is basically gonna be the entire stream is just battles and people dying, and then a drowsy looking at us funny as we use try attack. Wait, why did you do that on your first turn? I don't get it. What was that supposed to do? I really like try attack because it's a move you don't see very often, and there's a reason for that. It has, I think it's a 10% chance of burn, a 10% chance of paralysis, and then a 10% chance of freezing, I think. So you have I think it's collectively a 30% chance of some sort of status ailment. I think. I'm not sure about if I'm actually correct about that. I don't know how it works in this game. But, oh, this was a bad idea. Oh, I get low kick. That's not a fighting move, right? Oh, it is. I was just thinking about this game. Put Mizutama out there. She needs a few levels. Only level 26. I can't wait for the Safari Zone. I always love the Safari Zone in these games because it's like suddenly you go from like 2 Pokemon per route to like every other Pokemon in the game, and that's very exciting. And the Safari Zone in this game is especially lucrative because you can get like what can you get? You can get a Tratini, you can get like Rhyhorn, you can get Kangaskhan. I was actually thinking about Kangaskhan, but I kind of want to keep Jigglypuff because Kangaskhan is cool, and you can't get it in a lot of the games. And I mean, this would be my big shot of actually using one, but the problem is, it's just kind of like, I don't know. I'm really happy with Jigglypuff. He keeps dying, but it's fine. Whoops. Oh, it's this room. It's the error room.
Boss said you can see ghosts with the Sylph Scope.
I always give them that voice. If they say anything about the boss, it always goes back to that. The boss. God, I hate that so much. You know, I realized my old microphone, I always sounded way too close, and I never liked that. It sounds too clear, and it always sounds like... I never liked it. And you know what? I'm really, really glad I made the switch, because this microphone saves my life. I can actually do stuff. And, oh, that's really good. Coughing is a really cool Pokemon, because in the later games it gets Levitate, which basically makes it immune to ground attacks, which in turn gives it only one weakness, which is Psychic. So coughing is really, really good. And even in earlier games, it's really, really fun, because it's funny, I've never actually used the coughing, but I always like the idea of using it, because, I mean, it has really good defense, it can just poison everyone, and then you can explode, and that's always fun. That could be something to use at some point. Not during this playthrough, but who knows. I definitely have plans on streaming more Pokemon games. Like, when I'm done with this game, I would just love to play more stuff, like maybe Pokemon Stadium, and see if I can import these Pokemon. Probably not possible, but maybe there's a way. And if so, I would gladly do it. Wow, Pinky, you're doing really well now. I think I'm waiting for a specific move, but I honestly don't remember what it was. There's a move that Pinky gets that's really, really good. And for some reason, I felt the need of getting it, so I'm looking it up right now. Jigglypuff RBY. Sucked health from Pinky. God, I'm so sick of Zubats. It's rest, I guess. Do we really need that? That's in 3 levels. Oh, it gets double edge at 39. That's really good, but I prefer Body Slam because you can get a paralysis. I guess I'll get rest and replace teleport, and then we evolve it. Oh, I should have switched out. Whoa, that was a critical hit. That was nothing. All right, that's enough. Let's go to Monday. Get him. That was a weird spelling. Get him. Gotta get him. God, I was listening to Florida Georgia Line the other day. That is like, I really, really don't like when people say, oh, you have really good music taste, because it's always like a pat on the back and being like, yeah, you like all the things that you're supposed to like, you know, the stuff that I like. It's pretty cool. It's one of the reasons why, if I want to talk to music with someone, I don't do it with people that are like very, 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 they put a lot of value in that. But I just feel like one of the few artists that I can safely say is like, if you like this, then we have to be on 2 different earths. Is Florida Georgia Line. It's like I remember my dad played them in the car once, and he was like, yeah, these are really popular. And it's like that's how he determines if something is good. And I just feel like, no, I don't like this at all. It's just like, baby, you're a song, I gotta roll my windows down. And then there's a bunch of guitar, it's like slide guitar, like wow, and then there's like a hip-hop beat in the background as an entire like group of people cries in the left ear. I don't know, that, oh god. That's there's so much wrong with just that description, I feel like, because like, yeah, country guitar is cool, country, I mean, it's not as bad as some people make it out to be. I mean, I don't see what the problem is. Like, there's some good country songs, and then there's like, oh, well, I almost said karate, isn't all country just that? And no, it isn't. There's a reason why a lot of country artists hate those 2 people. I really like Willie Nelson, or is that his name? I forget what his name was. My mom showed me him. He was shown to be my... That was a really weird sentence. Basically, I checked him out because of my mom. And it's very soulful music. I like that. Then we have, of course, Marty Robbins, of course. With the amazing album of a bunch of country songs or whatever it's called. That album is so cheesy, but it's actually good. I really like it. Very fun album. And it has Big Iron and I mean, you only really need Big Iron and El Paso. I think El Paso was very common in a lot of Dead set lists, I think. I like the Grateful Dead, they're pretty fun. They have their live album, Europe 72, has wow, I mean, wow, that's a band that can play, and they put so much feeling into that performance. Same with the first live Dead album. I feel like there's so many jokes you can make about Deadheads. Like, they're the original JoJo fans. they're the original Death Grips fans. God, that's so stupid. I mean, fans have always existed. I mean, Beatles had quite the following. Remember that? Alright, let's see here. Oh, I need a new chair. This chair is gonna fall apart at any moment. And this guy still uses a Rattata. Now, here's the problem with Pokemon Red and Blue. Everyone uses kind of the same Pokemon, and you can start telling that by the halfway point, unfortunately. It's something I like about the later games, is that they start using actual cool Pokemon that you wouldn't expect, and that's really cool. And I mean, it makes sense. It's not like, oh, you're gonna join Team Rocket, you gotta use Raticate for some reason. Okay, now we've lost one Pokemon, and I don't have any revives, so that's very foolish. I should not have let him get knocked out like that. Raticate is paralyzed. I remember my friend and I, Plumstar, we used to collab on videos a lot in like 2014. So long ago. It's insane how long it was. But he hasn't made a YouTube video in years. He finished his Pokemon Platinum Let's Play, didn't do the metagame. I was like, yeah, I'm done with this. And then he stopped doing it. But I remember we used to record Pokemon Showdown stuff, and that was really, really fun. I miss using Pokemon Showdown. That was a lot of fun. Until you go online and you realize that there's a very particular way of playing in that game. Oh, oh, don't use hypnosis on me. And just let me paralyze you. Oh, this was a bad matchup. I need to switch out. Yeah, we definitely need to switch out now. Let's just, I don't know, you Norsey, I guess. I forget when it evolves. I guess it's like 32, maybe? I think the one generation where... I don't know if this is every generation, but I know for a fact that in Generation 2, Cyndaquil, Chikorita, and Totodile, they all have different evolving... They evolve at very different times. Like, the one that evolves the earliest... basically, the first evolution and the second evolution are very different. Like, Cyndaquil turns into Quilava by, I think, 14, but turns into Typhlosion at 36, or something like that. And Chikorita turns into Bayleaf at, like, 16, and then turns into Meganium at 32, and then Totodile turns into Croconaw at, I think, 18, but turns into Feraligatr at 30. I think that's how it goes. And it's mainly just to, like... I think maybe didn't put much thought into it. Maybe it's just like, oh, you know... Like, let's just make them different because we can do that. And I don't have anything wrong... There's nothing wrong with that. I think it's fun to have a bit of variety there. Oh god, we just burned his crotch off. Not a good way of going. This is what you get for defecting from Team Rocket. Oof! Taken down! I was playing Terraria the other day, And I just remember that I always think of the Roblox oof whenever I hear, like, whenever I get heard of that game. It's always like, oof, oof. And I always just think of Roblox. I used to play so much Roblox as a kid. God, I loved Roblox. I love playing on, like, Pokemon RP servers. And then, like, saying horrible things. Like, your favorite Pokemon is bad. And then getting banned. That probably didn't happen. I love the hide and seek server where it's like a miniature, or it's this huge living room. Oh, that's the lift key guy. Oh my god. So this is like an iconic gaming moment you're about to witness. So let's see here. Double it. Oh, I'm saving that. I'm saving that. Yeah, yeah, we're saving that for another team member. And then we have Razor Wind. Yeah, that's a very it's a very particular move. Like, favorite Pokemon moves. Yeah, I really like Razor Wind.
The elevator doesn't work. Who has the lift key?
This guy is literally the downfall of Team Rocket. When you think about it, this guy, he could just have not existed, and Team Rocket could have fulfilled their plan. But unfortunately, life is not that easy, and this guy's a complete moron. So basically, you'll see what happens when we defeat him. I saw that Age of Empires 1 and 2 HD are on Steam now. They're like the definitive edition or whatever. But apparently they're not that good compared to what was already on there, like Age of Empires HD. And apparently 1 is a little bit rough. I don't know. I think Age of Empires 2 is like medieval. And Age of Empires 1 is like classical, I think. I like both. I wish I really wish. Oh god, we got Thunderbolt, right? Yes, oh god, I think I almost thought I misread that. Okay, now we have Thunderbolt. Who's gonna be, oh, that's perfect. Who's gonna be the first to taste? I really like Paradox games like Crusader Kings 2, where you get to play as like different medieval rulers and just seeing crazy stuff happen. Like one time I saw Estonia take over Constantinople. That was the weirdest thing I'd ever seen in that game. Or Galicia Volhynia, just having their capital in the middle of England for some reason. Oh no, I dropped the lift key! Please don't use it, please don't use it. What are these things supposed to be? Are they like tape recorders? Like, are we at an abandoned music studio? They kind of look like what you'd see in a studio, circa 60s maybe? Circa. Do people say that in English? Or is that like a Swedish expression? Some people get really confused about that. Like, oh, wait, you're Swedish? Like, I'm always like, well, I do have kind of an accent, right? But then they're like, no, not really. And I'm like, so wait, I don't? And then, you know, there's the classic, like, oh, you're Canadian? Oh, then you don't speak Swedish. And then that's like, I do. I mean, I was born here. How would I not be able to speak the language? I remember when I went to my first day of school, all they knew was like my last name. And they just made a guess and I was like, yeah, this guy doesn't speak Swedish. And they just started speaking English with me. And I'm like, I speak Swedish. Holy shit. That was actually infuriating. I can't imagine what my dad feels like. He just talks to someone in Swedish and they just start speaking English out of courtesy, but he wants to speak Swedish. I think that's really awkward. But I think the other person, they don't mean anything bad by it, but I just wish that if the other person switches language, I would just stick to whatever I'm speaking. Just to show them, like, I just really want to speak this language, if that's okay. Horn Drill, that's a insta-kill move. I forget which game I played, which Pokemon game it was, but I was playing a Pokemon game at some point, and I used a Rhydon, and it was really fun. Was it Crystal, maybe? I remember I was playing Crystal on my Wii emulator. I like doing that. I like playing on my Wii emulator, because then I can play handheld games without destroying my eyes. I can even play Emerald, I think, which is pretty insane. Whenever I get to Emerald, Oh! We have like 3 of these. I can use that at any point, and well, I mean, Pinky's kind of like knocked out at the moment, so maybe this wouldn't be the right time. Alright, this is a nightmare. How do we figure this out?
Will you ever solve the puzzle of the gods?
We will. We just did. I just remember this one time, there was this kid at my school that was gonna sing like "We Will Rock You," and he said like we will rock you." I don't know why that's so funny. We will rock you. I was at a rehearsal space with that friend I mentioned earlier, and we played "Smoke on the Water," and he played the clarinet. I have it on video and you can hear it. I don't know if I'll play it just yet, but it was an experience. We just jammed. We played like Can. We played Deep Purple, and we played that. I feel really bad for Deep Purple for that song because there's nothing really wrong about like Smoke on the Water. I mean, that's a pretty seismic riff for like what, 72, but everyone's played it to death. It's like Stairway to Heaven, except Stairway to Heaven people still like. I don't know. It's weird. It's like a meme, and that's what causes people not to like it. Uh-oh. Why did you come here? I really dislike that encounter tune. It's like do 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 dun dun dun. It's like the creepy carnival of clowns. Ratatas, more ratatas. Grayscale ratatas. God, I'm really glad we have Thunderbolt now. We're never getting rid of this move, so get used to seeing Thunderbolt a lot. And, you know, Monday kind of sucked for a while, but now Monday's finally proving his worth. Thank you, Monday. Like, I actually do mean it, thank you. Even though you're just a bunch of pixels and code in a game that was released in, like, what, 2000? 1999? Now, actually, I've always dreamt of making a ROM hack. Like, I feel like if I were ever to make a ROM hack, I would make, I don't know, a Pokémon ROM hack. I don't know. I think a lot of people, when it comes to Pokémon ROM hacks, it's more like they want full-on games that break the engine apart and just do something unique. But wasn't there like a Pokemon Crystal ROM hack with like a really good story? But it got taken down by Nintendo? What was it called? I really want that. There's also Pokemon Uranium, or Pokemon Uranium? Yeah, Pokemon Uranium. That's like Pokemon Aluminum Edition. But I saw a bit of it. I liked some of the Pokemon that they designed for that. I think I remember Melon streamed it a long time ago, and I was in there, and I just gave him a bunch of names like, oh, you should name this Pokemon this, and it would be like a character from like. Actually, we don't talk about that anymore. It was just really stupid. Thunderbolt. Bolt you. Grimer is really weird. He has like a really good, very good special defense stat, but very good attack stat. So it's very good at physical attacks, can't take physical hits, but can take special hits really well, but can't do special attacks. So you have to kind of think like, oh, this Pokemon is like physically oriented, but not in terms of defense. So you have to sort of rethink stuff. Level 27. We're getting kind of far. I think we're like halfway through the game at this point. It's just a lot of dungeons at this point with just coughings, Rattatas. You know, I said I like this game, and I do, but gotta be honest, fighting Team Rocket is the worst part. Except for the dialogue, it's pretty good. I can't do it! You can't. You cannot do this. Alright. Super push. I really like the bad D&D plot hooks account on Twitter that has the that has the it has this icon from it's a still taken from Dexter's Laboratory where they're playing D&D, and Dexter's the DM. I really like that. Oh, here we're gonna use the lift key now. And oh god, there's only 3 levels, thank god. Now, ultimately, we're here to meet a certain person. Uh-oh.
Are you lost, you little rat?
That's all he does. He stands in that corner looking for people coming out of the elevator. I was really enjoying Gmod when people make maps based on old retro games because you get to see the maps in 3D. My favorite one I've ever seen is for Booster's Tower. It's like a multiplayer map or something. Maybe it's for like Trouble in Terrorist Town or something. It's just Booster's Tower from Mario RPG, but in 3D, in like proper 3D, and it's perfect. Like it's exactly like the original, and I love it. I just love running around there just doing stuff. I haven't played Gmod in a long time. I just don't really have the interest. Coughing. Oh wait, I need to take a still of that when the coughing like expands. It looks like it looked really weird. It was like a few pixels scattered about. I really want to stream the Mario RPGs. Like I want to do the Paper Mario games. I want to do the Game Boy Advance games, the DS games somehow. I don't know how I'll stream those. Wait, we can just oh. Alright, so we're about to do something very, very serious. So we're just gonna casually... Is this where I think we are? Oh, never mind. I thought we were at the lair of the boss.
The boss! We're nearly there soon at the boss. We gotta defeat the boss.
Now I wonder, were we at level 2 or level 4 before when we went to like the spinning death room? Oh yeah, okay, 2. So we gotta go even further down into this crevice of hell. Gotta watch out for the crevices. Dingleberries. Oh god, no! Oh! Speak of nothing. Team Rocket, you dare humiliate us at the Mount Moon. It's payback time, you brat. Leon Burnett is the devil, you say. I love that clip, by the way. It's just James yelling about Leo Burnett is the devil and 4Kids or whatever, and then it's like Victory Bell going, ah! I always love that clip where it's like, I need to find this, hang on. This is very important. Victory Bell. Wait. You probably didn't hear that. It was very low volume. Why? That's so good. Victory Bell, go! That was probably way louder than it should have been. Team Rocket are like the best. I'm glad they never disappear. Now, here's the real question. What was the best arc of Pokemon? Indigo League is kind of like early stuff. It's like they're still figuring out things. It doesn't go full on cheese until like halfway through where like Meowth has a backstory. And then, you know, Orange Islands. Then Johto, I liked from what I saw. Hoenn was okay, but they got rid of Misty and Togepi. So it's like May and Max, I guess. I don't know. That I don't know if I ever got into Hoenn as a kid. Then there was Sinnoh, and there was Dawn, and you still had Brock, but he had a Krogunk that kept assaulting him. 3rd degree assault every time he saw a woman. But I don't know. I thought Sinnoh was pretty good. A lot of people don't like Sinnoh. I guess it's because Dawn doesn't really like do much, except like Pokemon contests, which I guess is like kind of unique because it's not battling. So I mean, she's good at something, but it's not battling, which I guess is kind of like a unique way of having a character, because then, you know, there's something else to do. It's like how Max knows everything about Pokemon except he doesn't have Pokemon, I think. Wasn't that the thing with him? I don't know. And then there was Unova, and at that point I was like, no Brock. I'm not, I don't know. I really miss Brock. I don't know, he just added like, he was like the big brother of the group, you know, like he knew stuff. And he had his faults. Like, he wasn't like a perfect character that, oh, I know everything about everything. You know, it was kind of, you know, gullible, I guess, but like, he was like, I don't know, he was a good addition to the group, and I guess Suseles, I forget what his name is, Celesia from Unova, the green guy. Hang on to that thought for a minute.
So, I must say, I'm impressed you got here.
Oh, he doesn't say anything more. He just starts fighting you. Look at this, the boss. He's here. Onyx. Here we go. And this is probably going to be over very quickly. Bye-bye. So, yeah, I guess we can continue talking. We don't have to talk about this guy. He's lost. But yeah, Unova wasn't my thing, and then, you know, there was the whole thing, you know, like the first battle he gets into with like a Snivy and then Pikachu loses, and it's just kind of like, why? I mean, I'm sure that happens in other episodes earlier in different arcs where, like, yeah, Pikachu loses, it's not like he's level 100 or whatever, but it's more like in Black and White, like that's the first thing that happens. It doesn't really set a good signal, and I don't know. I didn't really like Iris, or whatever her name was, the dragon person. She kept, like, being a snarky, unlikable jerk. And I didn't like that. Persian, are you here to talk about Sora entry system, or whatever it's called? That originated in Persia, right? I don't know anything. Payday. Oh, free money, thank you. I need the money. I was actually thinking about using a Persian. Maybe some other day, though, you never know. I guess at some point I will do Fire Red, because I kind of have to. What? This cannot be! Are you gonna say something interesting now? Oh, I got $58.
I see that you raise Pokémon with utmost care. A child like you would never understand what I hope to achieve. I shall step aside this time.
I hope we meet again. Okay, cool. Awesome. Oh, we have the Sylph Scope. Okay. With the Sylph Scope, we can go to the Pokemon Tower. Now, I'm just gonna look through here, because, no, I think that was it. I think we found everything, because this place wasn't actually as big as I thought it would be. I think it's the Sylph Company, where it's really bad. And, yeah, we gotta be careful. So, yeah, we're done with the Pokemon lair thing. Now we can just deposit some items, and I think we should head to Lavender Town now, because I kind of want to go to the place, the Pokemon Tower, and find some stuff. Sylph Scope. John, this is I always love that. I wonder if kids were like, they played this game so much. You know how you play a game and you start feeling like you're still thinking in game form? Like, I was playing so much XCOM Enemy Unknown that I would see everything in like a tile format. I would be like, oh, that's a good hiding spot. But then I'm like, wait, there aren't any aliens around. I wonder how many people played this game and were like, I can't bike indoors, or, you know, weird stuff like that. So yeah, for now, Bill's PC. You know what? We don't need Cut Master. We really don't. And in terms of depositing items, we don't need Razorwind. Pretty sure that was Razor. No, we need the bicycle. That was Double Edge. This was. We'll just have to guess what that was. I want my bike back. It's just TMs that we can never get rid of. I wonder if there's like if there's finite like item space in the computer. If there is, then I'm gonna like lose my mind. Yeah, this is double edge. Okay, so we're gonna keep that on us. Then, wait, where's my bicycle? Want to ride my bicycle? I wanna ride my bike. It's a good song. I never really got into Queen. Like, they have obvious classic songs, but I just feel like, I don't know, I've heard them a lot of times. I'm just not interested in them. And I remember the only time I think I sat down and listened to an album was Night at the Opera, I think, because I just recovered from an operation, and yeah, here we gotta give them a drink, and then she just conveniently shares it with everyone in like a 5-mile radius. Okay, cool. But yeah, I was listening to Night at the Opera at or whatever the album was called with Bohemian Rhapsody. I was listening to it in the car while recovering from an operation, and I was still like kind of high off of the drugs they use to put me to sleep. So I remember I was talking to Matt, and he straight up told me, "What, you sound weird," and he wasn't wrong. I was like, "Hey, yeah." And the doobly dab, like I would speak, I would have a really low voice, I think, and I remember I would hear everything in a lower pitch. I would listen to Nirvana, and I'd be like, "Hey, hang on, this is a bit too low." So there's 2 gyms here. We can, oh, we can't fight Sabrina yet, but there's another gym. There's a fighting dojo. You can get a fighting type in here. I'm saving that for now. I'm really just, I just want to get to Saffron right now. Or, okay, cool. Yeah, this is pretty cool. One Pokemon I always wanted to use was Hitmontop, but it's one of the craziest Pokemon to get. Because, oh, okay, cool. See, to get a Hitmontop, you need, see, when Tyro was a Pokemon introduced in the 2nd generation, along with other baby Pokemon, and in order to get Hitmontop, or in order to get Hitmonchan or Hitmonlee from Tyro, they have to have different stats higher than different. Basically, if you have higher defense than attack as a Tyrogue and it evolves, it becomes Hitmonchan. If it's the other way around, more attack than defense, it becomes Hitmonlee. In order to get a Hitmontop, they have to be equal, which is not. That's not easy. So that's a Pokemon I always sort of dreamt about using, because it's like, it's so elusive. Like, how do you get one? And then there's the fact that getting a Tyrogue isn't easy in the first place. Like, you can get one in Crystal relatively easy, but it's very late in the game. And at that point, a Hitmontop isn't going to do much. Like, a Hitmontop isn't very good. But I still like it. I like how it looks. I remember I knew this kid who was obsessed with Hitmontop for some reason. He would just be like, "Oh, I'm like a Hitmontop." And I don't know, that's just really funny to me. He would always talk to me about Twilight Princess, and he would always make impressions of the Skull Kid in Twilight Princess. I don't know, he was a very interesting kid because he had a really high voice compared to everyone else. He had like a really high-pitched voice. So talking about Zelda really loudly with a really high-pitched voice on the playground, he wasn't the cool kid. But, you know, we were sort of in the same camp, I guess. I was not a cool kid either. I love school because it's basically like, are you going to make it in life or you're not going to make it in life? And yes, we're going to grade you on how often you attend school, which probably has no correlation with your mental well-being or anything like that. I try not to get riled up on things on the internet. Like, I've had a history of seeing things on the internet and I get upset at them, and I sit and I think, what's the point of using the internet anymore? And I just realized, like, that's what people try to do. They try to piss you off by, like, especially articles. Like, they're always like, you have to feel this, the emotions. But it's like, I don't think that's a good way of tackling things. And it's one of the reasons why, like, I just don't read articles about events and stuff or share them around, because it's always like sensationalist, using words I don't understand. Oh, there's Poliwhirl, by the way. That's a cool sprite. It's always like oh, feel this, and like, no, I don't want to. It's like emotionally manipulative articles. I mean, that's, everyone does that when writing an article. That's how you get the clicks, but I don't know. I don't know where I was going with that. I was binging TED Talks, and I found this one about like the toxic environment of the school education system, and it's sad but true. I also watched this one about tackling your emotions, and that one was really hard to watch, because it's like, yeah, it's true. Never resort to emotional band-aids, because that's not how you look inwards. I mean, there's a time and place for them, but don't like use other people as emotional band-aids. Like, that's one thing I learned, is that it's never works. This is not very nice either. It suddenly got really serious. No, but it's like, you know, it's okay, you know, if you feel bad and stuff, that you find ways of dealing with that. But that's how addictive personalities evolve, that you let yourself resort to this thing that makes you happy, and it's a short-term solution, and you never actually improve. I love that. We gotta stand still here for some reason. But, you know, for example, like, you know, I think everyone has met a person that's like, when they feel like they always have to have someone in like a relationship, and their entire, you know, when they don't have one, they feel bad. And I just see that. I'm like, how do you function? Like, that's really bad. Like, that's like a super serious, like, that's serious. Like, that's not something I would personally like think is okay, because that can mess you up in the long term. Like, the moment you don't have someone, it all goes to shit. And I don't know, this sounds really messed up. Like, that's something I would look into. That, and like, I know like there's all kinds of comfort stuff you can do. Like, I mean, there's like comfort, like eating or whatever. Sometimes I do that, I guess, but it's just, God, this is getting way fucking deep here. Yeah, okay, we gotta leave this. Basically, it's one of the things I have learned is that sometimes you just gotta tackle your insecurities and flaws head on, and just say, you know what, this thing I do, not good. How do I do this? And that's very uncomfortable, but wow, it actually makes a difference eventually. I realized myself that I used Twitter, you know, when I was 15. God, if anyone watching this knew me when I was 15, I'm so sorry. I mean, oh my God, that was a horrible time for me. You know, went to a school, didn't like my school, I would just tweet 5 million times a day. I had like 100k tweets. My current account, I've had it for 2 years. I'm recording, it's fine. I can just render. If it gets like split up, I can fix it. Oh, thank God it resumed. That's the absolute worst. Oh God, I hate when that happens. Alright, so we got the self-scope. Now, it's time. Now, I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna save. The thing is, if you lose progress, like, I have this all recorded anyway. Like, it's fine. But yeah, I realized when I used my Twitter, it was like an escapism thing. Like, oh, I don't really like my daily stuff I have to do at school, so I'm just gonna use Twitter and just indulge in whatever, you know, like, oh, this new game sucks, everyone make fun of it. Oh, this person said a stupid thing online, let's bully them and shame them. Like, that's all awful, and it's one of the reasons why I don't look at my public account anymore, because it feels like every time I go on there, there's just some new drama, and it's just embarrassing for everyone involved. Like, this is what you do. Also, Ghastly, I guess. I don't know, I never really liked Ghastly, because up until Sinnoh, ghost moves were physical for some godforsaken reason, and that's a funny joke, because they're ghosts. It's one of the reasons I actually unlisted my old Let's Play of Majora's Mask, because I don't know what I've said in that series. That's actually a sign that then it must have been something really bad. Like I remember doing that series and I was really edgy with my humor, and I wouldn't even watch it, but I just unlisted all of it. Like I'm just like, no, this is just embarrassing. It's not like the stuff I say there is gonna be like it's like 15-year-old making a let's play and saying stupid stuff. Like it's nothing special, but it's just like. I don't know if anyone's gonna miss this. Should just delete it. Maybe that's not a good habit though. Maybe I should just stand for like, yeah, this is how it was back then. But I don't know. One thing I realized is that because of like the fact that not a lot of people watch this channel, like it's still a really small channel, I can just kind of do whatever I want with it. Like I have all kinds of ideas for content and I can just do them. Like, I don't have to think, oh, will anyone like this? Because, like, well, someone's gonna watch it, maybe. And I like that. I like how relaxed it is like that. I always wanted to do, like, a D&D thing at some point. And animate it. And have my awful drawings. And put music and stuff like that. It would be like making a little adventure show. And I always wanted to do a Zelda abridged. Probably never happen. If it ever happens, it's gonna be like a one-off joke. But that's something I always dreamed of because some of my early YouTube heroes were abridgers, like Zana Uzumaki and like Tauberpaw, Big T 2000, people like that. God, I miss Big T 2000. he had like an entire Zelda fanfiction basically in video format, and it just sort of stopped. Sad. I remember he had to have other people edit his videos because his computer didn't work. God, I would recommend Hyrule Assassin. That's a fun series. Although it's very crude. What I mean by crude, I mean the humor is very like you have to stomach a lot of like references and weird stuff, but it's good. Channeler. I never knew what channeler mean, but now I realize he's channeling demons, which is kind of screwed up. You gotta get rid of this. Leak. Yeah, I think the main reason I haven't streamed in a while was because like I wasn't in the best place mentally. I went back to school recently, and that's sort of like taken a bit of like stress toll on me. And just some personal stuff, and then I just never had the motivation to stream. I would sit down and be like, should I stream? Nah. And then I ended up streaming anyway, like I did now. I was like, well, either I'm gonna stream now or I'm not, so I should just stream probably. And it was a good decision, because now I'm having a lot of fun. Even though like most of the stream content so far has been me saying, oh, it's just been like weird personal stuff, which is kind of weird. Oh, that's the only burn we're ever gonna see in this game. Nightshade is an interesting move. It does equal damage to your own level, which is useful. Later on, it basically always does 100 damage if you're max level, but it's not always useful. It's very situational, but you know, it's okay. Like I would imagine that could be useful in like the meta game, because you know you're going up against a damage soaker, like a damage sponge, and use a move that completely bypasses its defenses. Like, am I wrong for assuming that? I feel like that would be useful. All right, here we go. We're getting really far up, and soon I think we're gonna encounter. What I think we're gonna encounter, and there's gonna be stuff happening.
You shall join us.
It's like my D&D cults. I love using cults in D&D. That's classic. But yeah, I'm actually working on 2 reviews right now. I'm working on one more personal one of a game I grew up with. And I'm just re-recording everything with my new mic, and I basically have to edit everything over and again. But I can basically trace my way back to how it sort of looks like. it's sort of like drawing something and you screw it up and you trace the original image to get the original feel back. I think I just wasted a turn by using Body Slam. I didn't notice. And that's basically what I'm doing there. And then I have another review, which I still have to record footage for. So I'm still working on those. Those will be out at some point. It's gonna be very good. I was actually thinking recently, you know, streaming on YouTube, it's very difficult because people generally, if they watch streams on YouTube, it's from people they already are subscribed to. If you're watching streams on Twitch, it could be anyone. That's the impression I get. So it's easier to find a streaming audience if you're on Twitch. Come child, I seal the space with the white magic. You can rest here. But the problem is I don't really like Twitch. Like every time I use Twitch, it's like all these people that probably show up in chat, they're not from the channel. Like if someone shows up in chat, I always recognize them. It's always like, oh, you're this person who's commented on a video. And that's kind of comforting in a way, because, you know, like, yeah, I've seen this person before. But on Twitch, it's kind of like anyone can join at any moment. And that's sort of like, I get kind of anxious with that. And that I don't like splitting up the viewership. Like, here's the Twitch and here's the YouTube, and they're like on the opposite ends. And I have to link my Twitch here. I know there's a restream bot, and you can use that as long as you're not like a Twitch official person or whatever. But I've watched streams with restream, and where the person streaming on Twitch comes over on YouTube with the restream bot, and every comment from Twitch has to go through the restream bot in chat, and it's just a complete mess, and I don't like that either. So I think I'm just gonna stick to YouTube because it's comfortable. Alright, I'm just looking up the information for a boy Cubone. Karakara. Why is his name Karakara in Japanese? Karakara. What does that mean? That has to be some sort of like pun, and I don't get. It's like a sound pun. They have a lot of those. Oh, you can get Cubos at the Safari Zone. Yeah, so Cubone is really rare. Like, I'm talking 5% encounter rate rare. On the 7th floor, you get the highest level Cubones. So I think what we're gonna do is we're just gonna hope to God we get a Cubone. 5% chance though, that's, 5 times 20. That's like rolling a D20, I guess. One part about DMing that's really important is knowing math, and just knowing like basic, like, oh, well, if this character has this AC, then on average they should hit him like 50% of the time. If you don't know that, you're gonna end up like me in my first campaign, where this one enemy has like 18 DC, and you're like, yeah, this is fine. 18 AC, I mean. Like, oh yeah, they have to roll, I don't know, 18? No. But then it's like, oh, well, this character has +3 to hit, but they still have to roll a 13, so it's like 65% chance to miss. Which is not fun, because then you're just sitting there like, oh, I can never hit him. I always, whenever I play D&D, I always roll horribly. My rolls are awful. They're terrible. Like, I think it would be safe to say that if someone else would just suddenly shove... If someone else rolled for me, suddenly the game would get a lot harder for the players, because my rolls are always terrible. Yeah, okay. Thunderbolt. Yeah, let's get a Thunderbolt in there. I really like Haunter in this game, but in Red and Blue he looks very peculiar. He has like a grin, and he looks like he smoked a lot or something, and then listened to Animal Collective during an acid trip, and that's his state afterwards. I really love Animal Collective, but I don't like listening to Animal Collective with other people, because it's always really awkward. You're never sure, like, which song is okay, because my dad, for example, whenever I listen to music with him, he's very like, yeah, I like this, oh, I don't like this. So what happens is that, he'll just tell you straight up, just put on something nice. Which doesn't sound very nice to me. But I remember we were listening to like I don't think he hates Animal Collective, but I just feel like it puts everyone off. It's a love and hate thing, you know. Either you love them and used to hate them, or you just hate them. I started with Merryweather Post Pavilion, so I loved them from the start. And then I listened to Strawberry Jam and I was like, oh, what's this? Why are they screaming? And then I listened to Feels and I listened to Grass. And it's like, that was my Vitair impression, him screaming. I feel like the ultimate song to scare someone with Animal Collective is Reverend Green, because it's really nice. Like, that's a really, I think anyone can like that song, but then you get to the part with what, from one moment to the next, checking the papers to know what's best, or whatever the lyrics are, and then you eventually get to the he just randomly screams, and it's really cool. That's a really good way of employing screams in music, because you can tell he can sing, and then he just throws in a scream just to catch you off guard, and it's always on that first beat. It's very well made. Strawberry Jam is my favorite Animal Collective album. I'm not an expert on them or anything like that. I know there are people out there that are obsessed with Animal Collective. Like, they're a cult band for a reason. But for me, I'm like, yeah, I like these two albums a lot, and I'm still getting used to Feels. There's some songs that I like. It took me a long time to get used to Grass, to be honest. I always found that the chorus where he screams is kind of like, oh, okay, that's the chorus. But you listen to it over and over again, and you realize, yeah, you gotta approach this, like, very differently. And yeah, Strawberry Jam took... the fun story about Strawberry Jam, I for anyone who doesn't care about this music, this is like ultimate boring thing, but I posted this on Twitter. I always loved Breath of the Wild because of the lack of music in that game. I don't have to mute it while listening to music, and I can ingest music in a very unique way. I remember I was playing that game at night, and I was listening to Strawberry Jam for the first time. I don't know when this was. Actually, I don't know how long this was ago. It could have been recently or not, but Strawberry Jam is was a more recent favorite, and I just remember sitting down playing Breath of the Wild and being like, I'll put on this album, you know. I got used to Peacebone. I remember putting on Peacebone a few times and being like, yeah, okay, now I like it. You know, at the first it was just complete chaos, but now whenever I listen to Peacebone, it's like the ultimate manic energy. And but I listened to the album. I just listened to it all the way through. I played Breath of the Wild. I was running around picking mushrooms in the middle of the night, and it was like a transcendental experience. I can't explain it. Like, that album is special. And then it ends with Derek, which is a song about wishing you treated your dog better. And that song is so sad when you look into the lyrics. And then the ending part with the drums are like, and then it's like them singing, and God, that's emotional. Like, you don't need a piano and a few light acoustic guitar chords and someone going, I love you, to be like emotional. I feel like that doesn't do anything for me anymore. I need more to get an emotional response. For this drives me insane. So on Spotify, they removed the ability to remove songs from albums. So you can't, if you have a classic rock album, and of course every classic rock album that's been remastered has like 5 million bonus tracks at the end, you can't remove them, so you gotta remember to quit the album at the final track. I hate that so much. And Spotify, they're like, yeah, we gotta remove that. Why? I don't know. So, Animal Collective updated Strawberry Jam, so it doesn't end with Safer, which is a B-side. And I always loved that song because it's like this piano motif, and then there's this part where the singer's like starts screaming like, I'm alright, and then the rest of the song's like this weird spaced out like weird, I don't know. I hate using weird because you could explain every song that's kind of different with weird, and I don't like that. But I really love that song as an ending track for that album. And now they removed it from the official album on Spotify. You can still listen to the song, but it's on like a single and you have to add it to a. So I just made a playlist where it's just the album with the song at the end. God, I'm so fucking uninteresting, aren't I? just talking about music, going through a ghost tower. I really need to stop swearing because I don't swear and then I just suddenly drop like a word. I know my mom swears more than me. She swears like a sailor. I don't joke about that. She'll just launch swear words after swear words, just casually. And it's funny, but I used to swear more, but I've sworn less. Oh yeah, I was expecting that. Ugh. I don't know what that's supposed to sound like. I haven't listened to the debut album, or not debut album. I don't know what their debut album would be. Here Comes the Indian, maybe? I don't know. I haven't listened to that. What about, what's the Spirits They've Gone? Is that what it's called? It's the one. It's like a duo thing with Aviator and Panda Bear, and it's the one where like every sound is like super high pitched, and I remember just listening to it once and being like, oh no thanks. But apparently a lot of people like it, and now I'm like, well, maybe I should check it out again because people like it, so I should like this. That's my standard. I need to get out of that thought process. It's very not good. But you know, you might as well give it a chance. I actually haven't listened to Panda Bear's that one solo album that everyone really likes. The one it released the same year as Merryweather Post Pavilion. I forget what it's called. It's the one that's like super influential, and I've never heard it before. Begone, intruders! Who's that? Who's the ghost? What's happening? Here he is! And who is it? It's Marowak, and I don't think you can catch the Marowak, but might as well try. I kind of want one. We just caught a ghost. This is really bad taste, to be honest. Like, why would I catch a ghost? That feels really rude and awful. Oh, that's a lot of damage. Not even flex tape can fix that. Oh no! Oh, Pinky. Well, you did your best. Yeah, we're gonna use our next Pokemon. Oh, I should have just used Mendez. Oh, I like this back sprite. It's very simple. Put a sleep powder on there. That's very nice. Now, I should risk a Mega Drain. I think we'll be fine. Mega Drain doesn't do that doesn't do that much damage. God, that's a hard sentence. I was reading about English, and I remember someone pointing out that in English, it's very common to push air out. Like, a lot of the sounds you make all have to do with forcing sound out, and you don't get much in. So it's a language where a lot of syllables force you to push air when you'll quickly run out. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay, we gotta defeat it. Yeah, I got a bit too naive there. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna catch a Marowak ghost. Super effective. Sucked health. Fainted. The ghost was the restless soul of Cubone's mother. The monster's soul was calmed. It departed to the afterlife. Yeah, that's creepy, to be honest. I don't know what they were thinking adding that to the game. Now, there's stuff happening up here, and here's where you can catch a Cubone. It's like a 5% encounter rate. You can catch ones at the Safari Zone. However, I think it's more in the Safari Zone. They'll be lower level, more likely you to find one. But I kind of want a higher level one. So what I'll do is walk around for a bit. If we don't find one, it's fine. But oh god, I forgot. Team Rocket again. Grandpa here wanted to complain, so we're setting him straight. So, render yourself invisible or prepare to fight. I don't know how to do a James voice. It's always like, oh. I always like the Team Rocket introduction where it's like a moon in the background or whatever, and it's like super dramatic. Sleep powder, I guess. I really like how X and Y redid the old cries and just changed them from the ground up. Just Just make them more animalistic. I really like that. It was a really cool touch. Mega Drain. It's pretty mega. I just think about Down Under Dan, where he's like, mega. Stone croaks, I feel weightless. God, that game. Look up Mike Panoots, or just Panoots, and Down Under Dan. One of the greatest streams ever archived. I miss Panoots. I generally don't talk about other... Well, I mean, I just kind of did this thing, but I don't talk about other streamers that much. But, well, I'm not really like a full-time streamer or anything, but I really miss Panoots. He was really, really fun to watch. Now, what do we do? I always notice that no, not Matt, what's his name? Stan. God, I haven't talked to Stan in a really long time. Stan keeps streaming really, really late, like at random. So Stan, he's trying to catch a shiny Heracross in Pokemon Colosseum. And he's been doing this for like a year at just random intervals. I need to talk to him or something. It's been a while. Me and Roy talk every now and again, but it's not very often. You know, it's weird. I think back on like the old times of this channel where like where I did Spookville. And I always think like, oh, you know, was that a better time? And then I realized, no, not really, because I think back, you know, when I used Twitter a lot more and, you know, a lot more unhappy, I guess. And then there was this, I remember around the time I was in school, I remember the original Spookville, the one where I did by myself at first. I did all of those in 1 week. I would go to school, do stuff, then run home, record, and then upload in the same night. It was insanity. It was stressful, and I look back on those videos and they're not that good, to be honest. I like the other ones I did with other people because I'm not that good at commentary, but having other people around you makes it more fun, I guess. I don't really have any interest in reviving Spookville because the main problem with Spookville is that creepypastas as like a medium that exists don't really exist anymore in a manageable format because I'm just gonna look for a Cubo now. If you look at Troll Pasta Wiki, which is where we got all of our pastas from, they don't exist anymore. A lot of the ones we link to in our videos don't exist anymore because the link's dead. And the reason they removed Troll Pasta Wiki was because it was basically bullying to them that people uploaded. Basically, what people would do was that someone would post a creepypasta they written on Creepypasta Wiki, and either it doesn't get put up because it's not good enough, or it gets shoved into Troll Pasta Wiki because it's so bad, and that in of itself is very, very not nice. But then they also had this thing where, you know, a pasta wouldn't be considered good anymore, and they would just move it to Troll Pasta Wiki just to make it look better. And it was just kind of nasty, I guess. And I look back on a lot of the videos, and I think there isn't too much of like oh, whoever wrote this is stupid, but it can sort of come off like that, and I don't like that. I don't want it to be like that. Also, Jesus Christ, that's a big honor. But there's still a creepypasta staff training wiki, which is where people post creepypastas for, I think it's like critique. And a lot of those links are still up, but it's just like, I don't know, it's over now, you know. It lasted while it lasted, and, you know, I'll keep those videos up. But the likelihood of doing another one is very low unless creepypastas come back in some way. And I don't know if they ever will, you know. I think they sort of died in 2017 or whenever, when the when Troll Pasta Wiki was taken down. It's move on to something new, I guess. I still want to do D&D at some point. Like, I would just record a D&D one-shot with some friends, ask them if they're comfortable recording, and we'd sit down, do a one-shot. I would animate stuff to it, or I would just do stills, add some music, and I think that would be really, really fun. And if anyone enjoys it, I could keep making them. I know that the D&D community, not to sound like some sort of leech here, but like when I look at the D&D community, it's very thriving. I don't know, like I really like it. I always follow different I use Reddit sometimes, and I really like D&D subreddits. I always love their information. I always love hearing stories, especially when they're just crazy. And it's one of those things that I want to contribute to somehow. It's a thought process. It's that, you know, I'm not part of this community or whatever, but I kind of want to contribute something, like recording a D&D one-shot. A lot of people do have D&D podcasts, but I straight up want to do something that you can watch visually. Like, I would record my desktop as I mess around on Roll20, but out of, personal privacy, and you not seeing literally my entire desktop at all times, I would just animate it, like trace it in like a drawing software and just show you like, oh, this is where the different characters move. It would be a lot of work, but it would be fun. It would be fun to make and probably to play. We'll just have to see though when I can do something like that. Hopefully we can come across this Cubone sooner or later. Before, there is no Cubone. There never was a Cubone. You've been tricked by Cerebi.com. Oh, I got this music. We're getting really crazy here with the music. Okay, so Pokemon Yellow. No. No. There should be one up here. There should be one up here. 7F Pokemon Tuber. But I feel like that's one of the reasons I stopped with creepypastas after a while, because it's like I did have that revived thing with like 3 episodes, and they ended up pretty good, to be honest. But I think it was after that. actually, it wasn't in 2017. I think it was the reason episode 4 was never a thing was because Troll Pasta Wiki was then taken down, I think. Hang on, I'm looking at Pokemon Tower information. God, I forgot how Pokemon Tower looked in Fire Red. It looks insane. It's like really creepy. I've never played Fire Red. That's the only Pokemon game I actually haven't like finished. I finished Red, I finished Yellow, I finished Crystal, I finished Emerald, Platinum, Diamond, all the Unova games, Kalos, Sun and Moon, not Sun and Moon Ultra Mega Edition, but Fire Red is the only one I actually haven't played. So I'll do that at some point. There'll be a stream. Oh, I just want a Cubone, please. God, I really like the music here though, but I always wondered what's the deal with Lavender Town theme? Like, is it in the Japanese version that there's like it's high pitched or something? I never knew the difference. Like, I know, you know, Pokemon Black, you know, the creepypasta, but I was wondering about them. But yeah, going back to the creepypasta thing, it's just like, you know, it's just not like a thing anymore that I'm interested in, so I don't want to do it anymore. And then I have these other interests I want to pursue, and I really want to make them, so I should. Oh, I really should make another collab thing at some point. One of the reasons I wanted to do like a best of streams, or just like, oh, here's what the streams kind of look like, was because I was rewatching the SWAT stream with Nils, where I accidentally shot him, and that was kind of a disaster stream because it was so hard to record. I would love to like use that footage in there. Although I realized I don't have the footage to most of my streams because I only started recording recently after the whole Rayman 2 thing and the stream getting cut off and an entire part disappearing. Which I'm not sure how to go about that. I mean, if I ever re-stream the game, like in Revolution, with Revolution, maybe I'll get to show that off. But right now, I just want to continue with Rayman 2. And right now, I just have to figure out how to stream Rayman 2, because the problem right now is that my setup doesn't really work because I have a stationary microphone, and I mean, it's kind of hard. This is a very small stationary microphone. I don't know where to set it up in order to stream this. I guess what I could do is like sit on the floor on a pillow and stream. God, this is the rarest 5% encounter rate I've ever seen. This should not be that hard. I can find a Dunsparce quicker than this. Come on. This is infuriating. I just want... I only want 4 walls and adobe slats for my girls. Oh, I don't need to seem like I care about material things like a social status. I just want 4 walls and adobe slabs. Right, got that wrong. I remember listening to Merryweather Post Pavilion for the first time. Of course, I saw it in a 4chan 9x9 image, and I was like, what's that album cover? And I went to listen to it, and I was like, what is this? And I listened to the first song. I was like, oh, okay, this is interesting. And then of course, if I can just leave my body for tonight, and that's where I was like, oh. I need to listen to this entire album, and I think I did. And I remember I was in a really bad state. I think I forget what happened, but I was like going to school or something. I was just miserable, and I just listened to that album, and I did leave my body for the night. Thank you. If you want an idea of what I mean, go up, just stop watching the stream, look up In the Flowers by Animal Collective, and tell me that drop doesn't send chill down your spine. It's really sad though. I've watched live versions of that song, and it's never that intense. It's always like, as soon as the drop comes in, the synths come in, everything, except the tribal drums, and that's what makes that song so amazing. I took a lot of inspiration from that song, I think subconsciously, with my song Riga, which is on YouTube. That song is like tribal drums at the end. These big booming drums or whatever. But, I don't know. I always notice that, like, in retrospect, I'm like, yeah, I probably took inspiration from this without really realizing. Also, I'm not seeing any Q-bones. Where are the Q-bones? This is tedious, isn't it? Oh, in Pokemon Fire Red, whenever you enter one of those areas, there's like a special screen before it. Alright, let's see here. God, Bulbapedia is such a pain to use. Like, no offense. No offense. I just don't like Bulbapedia. God, there's so many ads. There he is. There he is. Okay. Don't screw this up. We can't screw this up. Oh, I accidentally said Q-boner. Oh no! Here we go. Well, first of all, I should just put it to sleep. And then we put acid on it, because that's what every Pokemon enjoys when they're sleeping. I feel like Victory Bell, you know, going back to Victory Bell, it has the most terrifying, like, thing ever. Like, yeah, I really enjoy the Pokemon. Like, whenever James gets swallowed by Victory Bell, remember, that thing has acid in there that just leaves nothing remaining. How do you feel about that? Not very inspired to use the Pokemon, right? Hopefully we don't do a critical hit, because then I would cry. We can probably catch it. Now, Cubone isn't that resilient. I'm probably making a mistake here. Oh, Cubone sucks. Well, I suck, so... God, I hate that. I hate that it's Sweden. Kids always say, oh, say Isak min bror in English. And it's like, instead of say Isaac, my brother, it's always like, I suck, my brother. They think that's so funny. Very good. Cubone. Oh, lonely! It's a very lonely Pokemon. Where's the skull of its deceased mother? Its cries echo inside the skull and come out as a sad melody. Here we go. Do you want to give a nickname to Cubone? What should be its nickname? I'm thinking of, I don't know. I don't know why. Either it's Yobe or it's Yob. And the first thing we do is send it out into battle. I never got Cubone. Like, is it so in order for it to be a Cubone, it has to not have a mother? The very strange Pokemon. I think the designs get way better later on, because then it's not like this, you know, this weird, like, oh well, it looks, I don't know, they got a bit too out there with some of these designs. It doesn't feel all that good. I think it's because from Gen 2 and onwards they got more organic. We're getting rid of Growl and putting Double Edge. And then eventually I guess we're getting Dig or something. I don't know if I ever taught one of my Pokemon Dig. It's a good thing that I have my, I don't have a pop filter. I don't really worry about the pop filter because I'm so far away from the mic. I let the room filter it. I really should get like a carpet, or like a proper carpet. I mean, I already have a carpet, but like a better one. Oh god, he has a very thin neck. Oh, we have a ground move. Might as well try him out. Oh, okay. Well, off to a good start, Yob. This was not a good idea. Well, oh, wow. Okay, I'm impressed. I like that. And here we have Mr. Fuji.
Hey, you care to say me? Thank you, but I came here of my own free will. I came to calm the soul of Cubone's mother. I think Marowak's spirit has gone to the afterlife. I must thank you for your kind concern. Follow me to my home Pokemon house at the foot of the tower.
Pokemon house. Everything works like that, doesn't it? John.
Your Pokemon quest may fail without love for your Pokemon. I think this may help your quest.
And here we have an incredibly useful item. So incredible that you would not be able to complete the game without it. Basically, now it can awake a Snorlax, and we can kind of go wherever we want now. Now, I don't know if we should go to Saffron and mess around with Team Rocket further, or if we should head down to Fuchsia City. My idea is to probably go to Fuchsia City, because there's a bunch of trainers we can fight, and get to show off Snorlax. There's two routes you can take. The one I'm interested in is in the cycling road, because it's quicker, and I don't want to fight everyone in this game. Like, yeah, I'm missing out on XP, but it's fine. So what I'm thinking of doing is just, it's gonna be Yob's training hour, pretty much. Oh god, I'm gonna have to look through all of my TMs at some point. It's gonna be so annoying. We don't need X accuracy. We don't need oh no, the lift key is gone now. We're never gonna beat the game. We don't need the escape rope. We can keep the rare candy. Yeah, it looks fine. We either go left or we go right now. We can go down and we can go past Snorlax and we can go to Fuchsia City. Or we go the other way and we end up in the same place. But I want to go to Fuchsia City because that's where you get Surf and you get the Safari Zone. And all that stuff's very interesting. And then, there, of course, we have to go to Saffron, and that's not very interesting. Also, hey, if you want to fight, I'm a rambling, gambling dude. Hey, babe, you make me want to roll my windows down. Oh my god. My dad had a CD of Florida Georgia, whatever, and it's just... We had to listen to that for an entire... I had to listen to it, I guess. I mean, I could have just told him, hey, put on something different. I think he had, like, Kenny G. Which is, like, not, you know, not the most amazing music. But, I don't know, I don't mind Kenny G. I think Yobe is gonna be, like, the ultimate, like, oh, I love Vulpix! Vulpix is one of my favorite Pokemon. I love the color choice, it's very bright. I like it. I love Vulpix, and I always use Vulpix in Emerald. Very strange game to use a Vulpix. I think a lot of people forget Vulpix is actually in the game. You can get one at Mount Pyre. Very, very useful in that game because it's a fire type that can actually take special hits. So all those water types, not a problem. Plus, it can learn like Solar Beam. Which then again, a lot of fire types can learn Solar Beam, so that's not very unique. But I really, really like using that Pokemon. Gambling the Pokemon, I like eating peanuts. Just can't stop, well, unless you're allergic. Uh-oh, we can't get in there. We're missing out on content. Have we fought you? No, we haven't. You need strategy to win at this! How old is he? Will my voice fit? I don't think it will. No, he's just a nerd. Groima. I'm a Groima. I was thinking about this recently. So I'm learning Japanese and it's fun, but you know I don't always have time for it. But if there's 2 other languages I would like to learn before I die, just to know them, you know, it would be Finnish and a Celtic language, like probably Scottish Gaelic. And the reason for that is that I have a big part of my family is of Scottish descent, which isn't uncommon if you're like North American. But I'm Swedish, and that's kind of weird, I guess. But then you know, a lot of Swedish people also have Finnish heritage. So for me, it's like I don't know. I kind of want to try those. And you know, I've heard Finnish, very beautiful language. I love the intonation, and it just sounds nice. And, you know, coming from Japanese, where you can barely read it. Like, learning to speak it is learning to read it. It's crazy. Getting to work with the Latin alphabet. Thank God. Wow, noob. Ultimate noob. The ultimate noobie. Job. He's like doing a job. Leer. Oh yeah, the greatest move of all. Well, I mean, Tail Whip is... I mean, I guess the difference there is that one has more PP than the than the other one. God, I hate that. No, I don't want Leer. God, no! Yeah, okay, good. This game was really adamant, for some reason, on me learning Leer. I don't know why. I like how adamant is like comes from like adamantine. I gotta be careful there because adamantium is like that's like Wolverine, right? I hate that. I hate that I don't know anything about anything. It's not logical. Oh right, we haven't fought these, and I'm honestly not in a rush to do so. So we should just do that. Okay, good. Wait, what did she say afterwards? Saffron's gatekeeper won't let us through. He's so mean. Oh well, it's a good thing I have water, I guess. That's the pass you need. Yeah, let's use the bicycle. Yeah, at this point you don't even need the tunnels anymore. You can just pass right on through and you're fine. What does it say? Oh wait, you get psychic in here. This is really good, right? I have flux on to make the screen less bright during late hours, and my saffron is already a yellow color. Now it's like piss yellow. Wait, don't say a word. You wanted this. And now we have psychic. The best psychic move in the game. And this will destroy entire teams. However, I only have one Pokemon that can learn Psychic, and it's Pinky. Now, what I could do is simply not use teach Pinky Psychic and actually teach it to Pokemon that would be able to use it. However, I'm feeling very strange right now because I suddenly have this urge to teach it this move that it's not going to be able to use very well. But here's the thing though. Pinky is going to get rest in one turn. And honestly, I've been thinking about it, there's not really a point because in the second game you can give it a berry that it eats automatically, or in the third game. Then it's useful because then it rests and then you get a free awakening, pretty much. This game you can't do that, and plus, sleep is not a very fun ailment to have in this game because you can't attack on the turn you're waking up. I just think I'm gonna teach it Psychic. I don't want rest anymore. I could use my Moonstone right now and just evolve it. There's no point. No, you were like the worst member of the team, and now you're gonna evolve. So this is interesting. This is the first time I'm ever using this. How does this sprite look like? Oh, it's okay. I don't like the one in red and blue. That one is terrifying. I should just rename the next stream like Pokemon Yellow Noob Stream. I've never played this game before. I don't know anything about it. I don't know. When you don't know how to do anything, you just gotta do a really stupid British voice. So this is, oh yeah, that's Vermilion. Weird. It's like there's like a root. Like right, these two squares are one root. Why? Why is it like this? I need an answer to this. The game even pauses for a second. You notice that? Like it has to switch. Yeah. Oh. Jesus. I remember with my my old microphone, I would sneeze straight into the microphone, and it was awful. Now I'm just gonna warn you. The road to Fuchsia from the east, when you go down from Lavender Town, I would not recommend going there without Surf, because there's all kinds of items you can get. Then there's another problem. It sucks. There's so many trainers. There are items though, but I don't want to deal with all the trainers. That's like the road you take way later on. Plus I think they're like higher level than these ones. I just have a hunch. We're running out of healing items. We should go to the Celadon department store and just hoard like a bunch of healing lemonades. Ring ding 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 ding. Fighting fit. Be sure not to say that to the people that raise Pokemon but don't fight. Like Pokemon, like Team Plasma. I miss Black and White. That was such a good game. Now we forgot the lemonade. Whatever. Pokemon Flute time. Let's do this. Oh, where is it? Come on, play the Poke Flute. It's beautiful. Truly amazing. Snorlax woke up. It attacked in a grumpy rage. I love that short cry. You want to know the worst Pokemon to catch in the universe? Well, it's not this one. It's Munchlax and Sinnoh because you have to use. Oh, okay, that's not good. Alright, so in order to get a Munchlax in Sinnoh, you need to put honey on a tree. But then it's like, oh god, it's like the worst thing. I never liked the honey mechanic in that game. Might as well try Psychic. Probably not gonna work very well, but. Oh, and then it uses Amnesia! No! We gotta do this. Just keep using Tri-Attack. I don't know if in this game it... I feel like it should though, it's called Tri-Attack. Uh-oh. I'm not gonna catch this. I really don't want a Snorlax. Plus, it's really hard to catch. It has like an insane catch rate, I think. Tri-Attack. So, you raise your special defense by just forgetting, I guess. Yeah, that's cool. With a big yawn, so let's return to the mountains. Which mountains? I don't see them. And maybe there's an aid up here. I mean, we don't need everything from the aids. Jesus. We're going riding together. I'm going for a ride with my girlfriend. Now, can we look into these? Looked into the binoculars. It's Celadon department store. Well, it's kind of over to the right, though. Isn't it? I wanna heal up Yobi because he's going to be very, very useful. Now, I don't know about... Oh god, there's gonna be so many trainers here. I'm interested in getting to Fuchsia. I'm not really interested in fighting everyone. I know that's like, oh, missing out on XP, but I don't need all of it. Like, it's not like I'm gonna lose the game. I think I'll quit the stream when I get to Fuchsia because we got a lot of things done. So in the next episode, I could like go through the Safari Zone. There's stuff we need there, and then maybe, you know, do some gym battling. Then we could maybe do Team Rocket and the gym, the gym in Saffron, like the people gym, not the Pokemon gym. Well, I mean that's also a Pokemon gym. It doesn't make any sense. Never mind. But now we're actually seeing different stuff. Like we're actually seeing like level 29 coffee. That's actually pretty high. Like really high. Tackle. Oh god. Yeah, I think I need to hang out with the doggo. You know what? I think what I'll do is I'll just quit the stream right here. I'll go back in and I'll just save. I still got a lot of things done now. It's been a while since I streamed, so it was kind of like an awkward return. But my dog, I need to hang out with them. Let's do a save. Thanks for watching. I'll see if I can figure out a schedule or something. I don't know. I always find that part hard. Anyways, thanks for watching the stream. And I don't know. See ya.